Salute. How y'all doing? My name is Derrick Williams. I was going to go live on an inauguration day to give my take on the installation of foreign asset Joe Biden. But I say, nah, I ain't going to do that. I say, nah, I ain't going to do that. Not this time. I say, I ain't going to say nothing about it this time. I'm just going to leave it alone. But I think it is interesting to note, I was in a live chat last night with a Florida-based female content creator. And they were so jubilant that the Harris woman has been, installed as well with the zombie that does not know what planet he's on. And never mind the policies, never mind the fact that she says that she will not be doing anything for black people. The best they could come up with in this chat was the fact that she looked good and she was elegant. And if that's all you have as black people, if that's all we have to hang our hats on, we are definitely in dire straits. The title of this presentation will be called Americans Are Idiots. And I'm just one man in the comment section on YouTube. We here live at 11th and Market Street underground, because I'm always on the train. You can always find me downtown. We're going to make our way to Reading Terminal Market. Now, what I will never understand for the life of me, people will throw away their country. They will burn their country. They will wreck it just to get rid of one white guy that they have disdain for. Never mind all the accomplishments that he did. And you're going to replace that white guy with another white guy who hasn't done anything in American politics in 5 decades. He does not know what planet he's on. To say nothing of the fact that that party is very antagonistic towards black people. In fact, you can dare say that black people are the Democratic Party's political football. I would never understand this for the life of me. And because of this hatred for the former white guy, you will throw away your country, your freedoms, and all of the benefits therein just to say, #we did it. I have news for you, black people. You didn't do anything. You did nothing. Only thing you did was help, exacerbate the problem, in my estimation. Also, it's informative to note that the zombie in chief, that's what I call him, the zombie in chief, will have you in all federal buildings, planes, trains, and automobiles, masked for 100 straight days to mitigate the spread of this so-called the St. Ives 19. And many people are still doing this. I mean, you got better than 80% compliance around the nation. Yet and still they're telling us we're in a second wave. So, take people such as myself who are anti-maskers, take me off the table, But more of y'all are masking up. And again, this isn't good. It's pseudoscience. And I will be covering the pseudoscience and how all of a sudden things are starting to fall into place in a positive way for this thing, I guess, to just magically go away. But I want to say this with regards to politics. For the black people who fought and died and spilled blood so that we can have the right to vote, I'm quite sure they are turning in their graves now because we can let an election be stolen and we're happy about it. Do you feel me? I don't think that Rosa Parks, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, who did not really favor voting, but those of the civil rights era, John Lewis and all of these people, all these so-called titans, all these heavyweights, and the freedom riders of Mississippi, all of them who tried to ensure that we had a seat at the table, we will throw our votes away Or better still, we will allow our vote to be tainted. And the Benedict Arnold of the Black Voting Rights Act, as far as I'm concerned, is none other than Ruby Freeman of Georgia. Anytime you can get an idiot black to pull out suitcases, to pull out whole suitcases and start counting ballots, she, in my opinion, is our Benedict Arnold. The black vote is no vote at all. We are totally defamed. And so for myself, for as the general election goes for as presidents, I will never again involve myself in the political process regarding presidential elections. And it is true, presidents are selected, not elected. I will give you that.
Thank you.
But on the flip side, you're quite welcome, my man. But on the flip side, here in Pennsylvania, confirmed 430,000 votes at least flipped from the outgoing president to Joe Biden. This is not good. This is confirmed in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Remember, I'm in Philadelphia, the so-called birthplace of freedom. And we can allow this travesty of justice, travesty of our electoral process to go on. This is not good for the country at all. And so for that reason, I will be rescinding my vote and my eligibility for voting from here on forward. I may vote in the local elections, you know, for your local sheriff, county commission and things like that. But the presidency, laughable. And again, I was in a live presentation last night, and the best thing that some of the people in the chat room and the presenter could come up with was the fact that Kamala Harris looked good. And I simply asked, when you understand that she says she's not going to do anything for black people, keep that on the front burner. This is a direct quote from her. She will not be doing anything specifically for black people, right? And although love is blind, there is a phrase in Black America that goes something like this: it's hard to talk black and sleep white. Do you feel me? But the best they could come up with was she looked good. And I'm asking, well, what about her policy? Will anyone be looking for that? Will anyone hold her feet to the fire? I doubt it. But you got somebody in there, you know, that look good. And it's also interesting to note that Zbigniew Brzezinski, I think he wrote a book called The Grand Chessboard. It was either that one or another book that he had. And he said that politicians in the future, they would be more or less like rock stars and stuff like that. They wouldn't be like, you know, real politicians in that regard. They would just be like figureheads, you know, people you can say, yo, look. And you remember when Obama got elected, first thing, I think some idiot rapper made a song, "My president is black, but you got nothing from him as well." Do you feel me? And so I just Americans, period, but black Americans, you know, I'm black, so I'm with mine first, you know, guilt is charged. But America as a country is toast. But this is my last point. Most empires only last about 200 years, 2 or 3 centuries at most. And so maybe this was a good thing that we go out, you know, on our hands and knees begging, and the leader of the free world is a zombie who does not know what planet he's on, and he has the codes to he has the, you know, the pin number for the nuclear codes and things like that. Do you feel me? That is poetic justice. Let that sink in. The country is in decline, and the leader of that country is, for all intents and purposes, a walking zombie. Something to think about. All y'all take care. Greenville, Mississippi till I die. Oh, and one other thing too. I want to give an extra special shout out to Scent and Mo, because this is their shirt. They call me the second coming. I want to give an extra special shout out also to the Soldier for Jah TR9 Area X. Maybe one day he would tell me why he refers to me as the second coming of Marcus Garvey, perhaps for my geopolitical views and the fact that I love black people and things like that, just like Garvey did. So that is a honor to be even in his company. So thank you, TR, for referring to me as that. Thank you, Scent and Mo, for this hot ass, this fly ass hoodie and the cap. See, I got the cap to match. All y'all take care. Greenville, Mississippi till I die. Salute.